So, the iPhone 12 Pro or the iPhone 12 Pro Max? Which one? Let me help you out with that. Hi there, and for those of you that are new here, my name's Gabriel, and in this series of tech reviews, I like to do things a little bit differently. If you're like me, then you go on a tech review and they hit you with facts, figures, screen pixel density, camera aperture. They give you all the facts and figures about these new iPhones, and then you get to the very end and you're like, finally, they're going to tell me which one is right for me, and they hit you with, pick the one that you think is best. But really what you want to know is, which one makes sense to buy? Then you've come to the right place. In this video, I'm going to start off with the overall conclusion about if you're deciding between the 12 Pro or the 12 Pro Max, why it's such an easy choice. And if that's all you've come for, then feel free to click off the video, give it a like and drop off and go watch something else. But after that, I'm going to go into a couple of reasons as to why I'm saying what I'm saying before I hit that big question that no one seems to really answer as to, is it worth the money? So let's dive right in. Overall, if you're deciding between the new 12 Pro or the new 12 Pro Max, there really is only one answer, and that is the new 12 Pro Max. In my opinion, and as I'm about to go on and explain in this video, it couldn't be a more simple decision. Let's look at a couple of reasons as to why the 12 Pro Max is the easiest choice out of these two iPhones. I'm now going to lay out 4 quick reasons as to why I think the 12 Pro Max is an obvious choice between that or just the normal 12 Pro. I think that each reason on its own justifies going for the 12 Pro Max over the 12 Pro, but feel free to make up your own mind. Reason number 1 has got to be the screen size. This new screen is amazing in terms of its resolution, but once you actually see it in person, it's like having a mini tablet in your hand. We're looking now at the biggest screen ever on an iPhone, and I think that is an amazing thing to have, and it will change the game in the way that you use your phone. Reason number 2 is the battery life. Now, I've tried out both phones, and the 12 Pro might just about make it to the end of a day with 6 or 7 hours of screen time, whereas the iPhone 12 Pro Max will never struggle throughout the day. You will easily make it from the start to the end of your day without a charge. The third reason is that for the first time in the Pro models, between the Pro and the Pro Max, we're now looking at a phone or two phones that aren't just different because of the size and the battery, but the actual specs of the phone are different. The camera itself is bigger. They've used a new updated system. I'm not going to go into the details here. Feel free to look at every other tech review that will go into details about that. But just for the fact that you're looking at a phone which is actually distinguishable is, for me, yet another amazing reason as to why you should go for the updated phone, because you are actually getting updated specs. And finally, if you're already looking at spending £1,000 or more on a phone and you're looking at the Pro, then I think that you can justify to yourself that an extra 10% to get the phone with the bigger screen, the bigger battery, and the new specs is not so much of a jump when you're looking at spending that much money. And I think that is a fair enough reason to make the jump to the best flagship phone that Apple have ever produced. Before I get into the actual value for money of this phone, let's take a quick look at some reasons why you actually might go for the Pro over the Pro Max. Now, obviously, in my opinion, these aren't good enough reasons, but these will stick out to some people, so it's worth mentioning right here. The one reason really is if you prefer a smaller size screen. Now, if you're one of those people that actually like a more compact phone, then you might consider the Pro over the Pro Max because you wouldn't enjoy having such a big screen, and you'll save a little bit of money, but you'll also have to balance that off against a worse battery, a worse camera system, and the fact that you could get an even smaller phone or the same size phone for even less money than that in the 12 or the 12 mini. That's why, in my opinion, If you're choosing between the Pro and the Pro Max is the easy choice. But if you're set on getting that smaller screen phone, then it's probably worth looking at the 12 mini or the 12 to save yourself some serious cash. Let's look at the final question of, is it worth the money? And if I had to be really objective and look at justifying spending this much money on a new phone, I would probably say no, not in the slightest. Go buy yourself hundreds of other things that you can spend this much money on. But subjectively for myself, I knew I was going to be getting a new iPhone 12 and the decision was between which one of the series. And to me, I wanted the one with the biggest specs, the best specs, and between the Pro and the Pro Max, like I mentioned before, the justifiable version to go for was the Pro Max. And it was an easy decision for me, and hopefully I made that a little bit of an easier decision for you and something that you can take away from this video. So thank you for watching, and I hope you like this video. I hope you like the slightly different non-technical review that I've gone for, and if you did, feel free to leave a like, leave a comment and subscribe to this channel. See you next time.